Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. And as we draw closer to release, I believe I would like to... develop magical skills a little bit. But also I have unfinished business. Where are we? There we are. I'd like to practice the Hailstone spell for a bit. Build up my sadly flagging magic skill, because increasing that will be easy experience, and I'm near to a new level. Additionally, I have unfinished business. I will be returning to the keep to continue that business in the not too distant future. I have unfinished business with some kind of rather large, nasty sea monster that I'm not looking forwards to encountering. And I've been putting it off a while now. And I've also strongly suggested that, hey, I should absolutely maybe go get killed by that in my last episode before release. And we've only got 3 more nights until the game is released. And there are other games I would also like to record. So let's just go practice magical skills a little bit on some drowners. Now, obviously our spell power is quite low. We're not expecting to do very well. This is all about gaining the experience. Would you like to... Okay. And... whoomp. Oh yeah. So obviously we want to be drinking mana potions, of which we have plenty. Let's see. 29, 28. Sure, let's pop some in there. Take a little jog over here. Whoop. A little bit of a chug there. And get some more practice in with our ice magic. Whoop. And again, please. I mean, they appear to be utilizing some form of ice magic themselves. And the Drowner's Tongues will enable us to create some lifesteal elixirs, I believe. Now, we want more healing and mana potions as well, so we'll have to work on that. But we are close to leveling, so that'll be fun too. There we go, there's the red I was looking for. Right, let's go do a little mana stealing, a little health stealing rather. Then get back to some more Drowner practice. But what I should really probably be doing is going and picking up my Drowner armor, also known as my swimsuit. Oh! Right, yeah, that was not what I had planned at all. Okay. Fortunately, I have a two-handed weapon skill that needs boosting as well. shouldn't have done that, because I'm... There we go. No, let's pop that in there. There we go. Let's go look for some more. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's going to be a corpse eater up here, and I don't want to try targeting that with spells, because that'll be a bit of a pain in the backside. Is this me putting off going facing the big nasty fish monster tonight? Absolutely. Is it me putting off recording the next Way of the Tiger episode and having an auto kill in the first 2 or 3 minutes? Yep, absolutely again. Although I'm really looking forward to that next episode. It's going to be interesting. I'm obviously going to have to petition the Temple of Time to rewind and let me take some different choices. And it all comes down to the interpretation of the word may, and the fact that in British English the subtext there is that it's not a choice but a command. As in, you will do this, you shall do this, not you might, or you can if you want to. Go heavy. Not seeing a big difference there. Unless maybe it's for knockdown. It's not an AoE freeze, I can tell you that. Yep, let's jog a little. This is practice, right? Practicing our skills. Where's the other one? He's not dead already, is he? Does appear to be. Right, okay, well. We've got through, what, 12 of these potions already? And we probably haven't got more than one skill level out of it. Probably even less than that. Well, we got a 17, working on that 18. However, we've also got another nice level to help us fight the sea monster. The beast of the ocean. Not looking forward to it. It wrecked our boat, rendered us unconscious, but we were level 3. Or 2 even. I think it was free. There we go. Honing our magical craft. There's a bonfire over there, isn't there? We don't need to go back to the keep to level. Interesting thought. Now the spells have shorter range than arrows. But I think we got his attention. Oh, that's a light cast, like a little icicle dart. I mean, the damage is pitiable. Let's, oh, we can do one more. At which point... just calm the fuck down. While I prepare some more mana spell potions. Should have obviously done this a long time ago when I was much lower level. Do you have... No, no more... Wait, yes. Excellent. Oh, right. There we go. Hey you, where do you think you're going? Got him. Right. Good, good. Also, while we're here, there is another chest up the beach from the Ogre. Back this way that I might not have dug up. So let's go grab that. I don't think there's anything spectacular in it. Let's see. I mean, it's a metal one, so it should be pretty good. Rough diamond. Okay. Well, we can convince ourselves that we too are a diamond in the rough, but let's see how that goes. Can we... Hello? So we'll just take care of this little podder, then pillage for bodies for you. Can stop that. There's a few more drowners over here we can go pick up bits from, but let's see. I mean, we've got most of them at this point, obviously. That's probably it. Off to the campfire we go. But not before mining some iron ore. Two. Neither were mine. Alright, what do we want this level? I think we want more endurance. But what else do we want? Perception. Oh, you know what? We're going up against big, nasty, scary monsters. So, not necessarily immediately, but eventually. Oh. Either my mouse mat's getting very sticky or my mouse batteries are running low. Let's see. Yep, it's relatively fine on my trouser leg. It's gotta be the grubbiness on the mouse mat. Oh well, there you go. Right. So, interesting it's only occurring... Oh, I really want to... Okay, what do I want? No. Go for the increase. Wait. Wait. I've got both of these. Those would be very good. This is nice if we have the thing that takes up enemy stamina. So, up to 10, could go up to 15. So, that is a distinct viable option. If we go for perception, stack critical hit chances, because they can give us 20% stamina back. That's also not an entirely bad idea. And we have been neglecting perception. So, this level, presumably, we're looking at endurance, practicality, or perception. Or spirituality to stack up our magic stuff a bit more. So we could go from 9 to 12% criticals, right? If we grabbed it again. For example, consecutive critical hits here leading towards increased critical damage, or reduce stamina cost. Wait, one of these is... that is increased critical hits as well. And it's not leading to anything, and it's behind increased damage for consecutive hits, which is probably a good idea anyway. What can we do over here with funky stuff? Right. Because we're looking boss fight, right? So long fight. Raise up our damage. Killed enemy isn't going to matter too much if it's on its own. It might not be on its own. These, very important then. Damage up to 4%, slightly better. Those fulls will be good when we can get a good stamina replenishment going. Increasing maximum stamina as the fight continues is great. I should probably just grab this at some point. What else, though? For a boss fight, we're going to want damage, aren't we? 1% consecutive isn't great, but it leads towards criticals and... okay, we don't need that side that much. Could just go for a straight 5% damage increase. And because we've been neglecting the strength skill trees a bit anyway, could go for that. 2% isn't great, so... okay, but hang on. So that's price and crafting. Weak spot damage. Nice effect. Well, we've seen it in the cutscene that had a big central eye. But a large problem I'm imagining when fighting a big sea monster that's going to be swimming in the sea around me will be getting close enough to strike it with my mace. So, this does not affect weak spot chance, weak spot damage at all. Critical damage would increase, critical chance would increase, sneak damage, we're not really heavily reliant on that. I should probably just play to my strength and whack that in there, right? I believe that's a good idea. Then we could absolutely still put this in here for an extra 5% damage. Or 5 2% armor as opposed to 1 extra armor. A 2% increase on our current armor value is not much, right? Because our current armor value is about 33, so 2% of 33% is nothing. If it's a flat out 2% increase, like 35, that's a lot bigger. But I would imagine that would be 2% of the value of our armor, but whereas that 2 armor would be an extra 2%, maybe. Right, so let's see. Do an additional 40% of armor is damaged when attacking melee weapons. I mean, that's literally doubling our armor to melee damage bonus, which is great. An extra extra damage reduction based on missing health. For a boss fight, damage reduction would be brilliant. I'm liking all these ideas. I really should be investing some more points into practicality, though, to justify this massive overspend, but yeah. You know what I can do? I can back out. So, arguably, I'm only talking like another 7 damage, right? Which is still something, you know, it's not to be sniffed at. Let's go back to some healing potions. Ooh, okay. What do we got here? Stuff to sell. What do I want to do with this now? Arguably, I shouldn't really go above, so I need to put some more points in practicality over the next few levels anyway to justify this. It doesn't matter, right? The game will be coming out soon. I'll be able to do whatever I want. And again, my idea of attempting to mirror the base stat spread in the skill trees, it's more of a suggestion, less of a hard and fast thing. And if I'm going for a boss fight, then absolutely... Ooh. I mean, yeah, I think so, don't you? Wait. 2% chance to negate all incoming damage, which could increase to 4%. Or 3% in, you know, 4% in light armor, 3% in anything else. 3% chance to absolutely negate all damage isn't... Wait. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. So we could go up to like 9, which is actually pretty good. But this is very... Oh, sod it. I should really start stacking on some of these. Ooh. But it's a water monster, so I'll probably be wearing my lighter drowner armor to be able to swim around. Might not be able to find... Like, if I can... From someone's YouTube thumbnail, it looks like I saw the sea monster attacking center screen while they were standing on some kind of ship's deck or shipwreck. So we might have some kind of island to stand on while it swims around attacking us, or it could just sit at the end and attack us dead on, right? So if only we could get more Hedgehog Knight. Sod it. It's too good. Taking that twice would be better than going straight down to this. Here we go. No, wait. $10, $20, $30, that's very nice. Recovering from overexertion, 50% faster, bloody good idea. Okay, I'll go for that instead. Here we go. Oof, right. And the time now is late enough for me to consider returning to the keep, where I will camp up and prepare some more potions upon the morrow. Alright, we've improved our magical skill a little bit, experimented with spells. The ice spells are very popular within the community at the moment. And I can see why. You know, we've used the ice coating on weapons to freeze an ogre. And actually, there's a lot of other things it might be very good against as well. Against a boss, it might take a lot of freezing attacks to build up enough. But we should certainly make some alchemical preparations for such an encounter. Is it going to happen this episode? Probably not. It might take me some considerable time to cross the map. But you know, I can practice, I can prepare, I can pick up my diving gear, as it were. Ideally, I just get to face the thing in a stationary environment, and it's a big hard slog, and it's not a very mobile creature. It will rise from the deep and remains relatively stationary, presumably attacking me with some very long tentacles or something. What am I doing here? Bad idea. I don't want to be here, I want to be making potions. The time still gives me potion time. So let's not squander it if the supplies are available. And I don't normally jog this much, but the hour is growing late after all. The shops will be shutting soon, and our access to the alchemical workbench will shortly be revoked. Right, we will buy all this, and all this, and we may also purchase other things. Or not, as the case may be. Excellent. Double excellent. Now what else can we make? Okay, regular health potions. Sure. Then, not so regular health potions. We can make a couple more of these. And what else are we wanting here? Monster blood. We could go buy that from the priest. Maybe I should make a load of these concoctions, right? Burning flash concoction might not work against something that's just in the water. Chilling splash concoction, on the other hand, might be very effective, provided I remember to use it and don't completely blunder it. Alright, let's get outside. And before it gets too late, 42, 66, do we have... I mean, we do have these, right? Oh. There we go. 66, better than our bigger potions, so we need to work on that. And against a boss monster, we might want to go with the spear instead. Because dealing damage makes enemies bleed always. You know, first one is a critical, don't go matter after the first hit. Right. Yes, we shall not speak of that instance from the previous episode, save but to say that it was well and truly deserved. And we need to 12 strength, that ain't gonna happen. 10. 7. Didn't we have a strength 5 two-handed sword, I think, possibly? 4 dexterity. Might be worth investing into, actually, if we can invest into the 5. There we go. Right. If we can invest into the stat that increases... Oh, goodness, what am I... Blah. So where was I? Strength requirements for weapons. Stat that increases something. Not necessarily strength. Oh! Right, yeah. Dexterity skill tree, parry 3 times to increase the parry window. Dexterity itself isn't going to affect our parry chances. And with a shield it's not necessarily going to be brilliant, but it could be helpful for the rare occasion when I get to pull it off anyway. That's where I was going with that. Whew. Okay. So. Late-ish. I mean. And I don't mean iddy. Yeah, that was an Idi Amin joke. Might have been a bit too obscure for some people. Anyway, right, so... yeah, let's venture out into the weird night that is soon to descend. Because we have plenty of cobwebs for bonfires, right? I'm not intending to face the weirdness in great numbers. But rather... oh... and I was considering upgrading the spear. I don't think that little bit of bleed is going to be a massive difference against a great big... I mean, it could make all the difference, but we'd just be hitting it harder with this mace. Oh, wait, actually. 15... That's a big stamina difference, actually. Poking with a spear might have a little more reach. For now, though... Corpsita! Down you go. And now we want to be careful. I'm planning on taking a shortcut through the dungeon here, by the way. The dead walkers near the Lake of Blood may... yeah, you're one of them, pal. I like the fact we can cancel out of an attack into a block. We still want to be a little careful, though. Getting unidentified items, that's nice. I mean, it's not the be-all and end-all. Come on, you. Here we go. Here we are. And inside we shall go. Let's hope the thing we met down here hasn't returned. I mean, been replaced by another. I'd presume that monster was a one-off, although we may encounter similar in other places, as it wasn't a unique name. And arguably... we should... right, now... oh, we want to keep all our fish for the, sure. Some of these give something extra, right? Onion bun, that was it. Probably vital for boss battle. Okay. We can believe that works for us. This feels horribly like the way we came in. But that is not the case. Down here would be where we fought the rat-like creature. we still haven't managed to get up to there. That's probably a good thing, to be honest. The intent is then to emerge from this side of the mine and work our way towards the big, nasty, scary ogre, which we probably don't want to fight at night. Actually, have we... You know what? We can blatantly check that while we're here. Without... Ooh. Okay. Nope, nope, the ogre is still there waiting to be fought. And we have created... 3, 6, 9, 13 Fool's Rush. We can probably freeze an ogre. Can we freeze a big scary fish monster on the other hand? Not necessarily. This is going to get rough. Because there should be a bunch of zombies right outside this door. I should probably just stay inside and wait till morning a bit. Oh, great. Oh, you fuck, it's turning into weird spawn. I mean, that's just... Oh, God. Now, the zombies are easier to kill than heal. Well, something seems to be working. It probably shouldn't be. Right, yes, so that cost us a lot of potions. Let's get something fairly expendable and just place it there. Ooh. Is there an alchemy crafting station around here somewhere in a ruined tower? Like slightly off to forwards and slightly to the left, I think? Well... This seems like a really good idea. Hey you. This is therapy. And I mean that in the way that the hero says, therapy, after he kills the great big spider at the end of Arachnophobia. So I think it's... Is it this side then? Over there? I was way off. Alright. This tower may very well be the one with crafting potential. Pretty sure I've been up here, I just can't remember if there's a crafting station near the top. There is! Wonderful! Oh, bugger. What do we need? Roses. Thank you very much for Cadbury's roses. And remember that? No, good. And daffodils. Really? I think there might be daffodils near here. Well, we'll see if I find any. In the meantime, look at that. And wolves. Yeah, you as well, pal. There's an ogre nearby, and the last thing I need when I'm fighting an ogre is a wolf up my fucking arse. The ogre should be somewhere over here, presumably in there. Oh, also, there's lots of interesting loot in there. I do not fancy fighting an ogre at night. It can be dangerous enough during the day. Oh, speaking of which... let's get ready. 3, 2, none. Done. Okay, good. Not so good. Okay. Right, that's it. I'm going to have to heal, which I didn't want to do. And you, pal, can just freeze. Definitely going to need to make some bigger potions now. Oh, we're going to be over encumbered by the time we're finished here, aren't we? Okay, well, so be it. Oh, roses. You know what that means? Not just Cadbury's. Okay, might as well take everything. Wonder if that freezing arrow was a hint that freezing against the ogre might work very well? Or because we're near the big fish. Well, I'd say both are okay. Let's practice a skill. All right. Here we go. What we got? Oh. Scarred? Oof. How the blazes do we get up there? Probably by jumping and climbing on the fallen wall a lot. Well, let's continue exploring. Because as I said, there are a lot of places here we can look into. And some unpleasant platforming. Nowhere near as unpleasant as the platforming, the obligatory required platforming that seems to spoil my enjoyment of Monomyth. Actually, Monomyth test patch has been updated again, so hopefully we are nearer to getting a main patch on the main branch. That'll be fun. And our monster is like somewhere over there. Oh, goodness. Okay, somewhere over there. Possibly that. If there is a physical landmark I can inhabit while facing a monster, I will approve, because I would then want to know if I can change armor in combat, because I can swim out there then put my real armour on to fight. Let us absolutely make one of those and be highly appreciative of it. Again, that fish oil ain't going well. So we could hop to there, go along here a bit. Doesn't really get us very much that I can see. I mean, it's potential for exploration, obviously. Especially if we were a more nimble or agile character, not so accustomed to wearing heavy armour. Yes, I could take it off, that's not the point. The point is, and yes, I can absolutely explore these areas outside the wall, but it's platforming again. There's some nasty platforming there. Not looking forwards to it. That works. I was about to say, shall we try that? And it just works. Right, okay. Here we go. Can we... Oi! Well, we'll have all that lot. Then... Looks like there's nothing up there for us. But how about... Oh, we could have just... Fine. Oh, no! No. Just not to be done. Are these Daffy Down Dillies? Yes! I should go back and craft. Over there is the last remaining brigand leader we got to deal with. So maybe we should do that this episode. Look, we've already killed an ogre. We should be feeling massively overconfident and go and get ourselves killed by Senan the Giant, who is an actual giant. He's a very big man. Beyond his size, he just looks pretty basic, unfortunately. Not that special. Really should go back and make some potions. Because we used a few getting walloped by that ogre, and we're going to need them. Especially if we're going to fight a big, nasty sea monster this episode or the next one. I mean, looking at the time, maybe next episode is when we'll get to fight it. Unless I just push through and go, look, sod it, I'm not stopping till I've met that thing now. And you know what? Maybe that'd give me the discipline to stop playing this game for a bit while I wait for release in a few days' time. I would like to say, while I haven't been recording this game, I'm thinking about it a lot, right? It's constantly on my mind. I like to load it up when I'm not recording, play with one of the other characters who haven't done anywhere near as much as this one. They're not allowed to, you know. They're basically not allowed to do anything this one hasn't done in terms of going and exploring and stuff. And they're like half the level, basically, at least. You know what? How do I get down to that water? Looks like over here, unfortunately. Or that road there might be okay. It's also rather a lot closer. So let's do that. It might also be good to not be over-encumbered by all of the loot we've just got. And we could cut back through the statue to the horns, in theory. Uh-oh. Okay, can we just... I think he's taking aim. Let's just turn around and go back. That looks like it's going to take more effort to reach the beach than I originally intended. So we shall find another way. A way that will theoretically be easier. You know what though, right? Having those nasty thugs blocking off that avenue of approach, it's great because that's experience that could help us level. Speaking of experience, there's some more mining experience for us. Oh, wait. Sure. What is it? What's over here? Probably brigands. Oh yeah, actually it would be. Okay, another camp full of them. Which we may be able to circumvent. We should absolutely go and smash their faces in at some point, but not right... Oh shit, there's a bear. Okay, can we... Wow. Okay, drowners. We can tackle drowners. But where? Let's go tackle drowners then. Actually, let's really tackle drowners. Okay, fuck it. Let's go tackle drowners. You as well, mate. Let's just run past. Didn't quite run past enough. You know what all these drowners are doing here? They're reminding me that I need to put my drowner armor on before swimming out into the water. And presumably meeting my doom. Now. Oh, it's so horrid. Right, okay. Presumably that big rock there would be very nice. Looks like it might be a ship's mast. You know what? We're right here. Right here. Where are we? There we go. It's gonna be so bad. So bad. Look at our armor, it's like 8 points lower. And we got all these things to not look at. There it is, War-Scarred Brigand's Helmet. So lower armor increases max stamina by 1. Shame, it looks quite nice. That looks like quite a Viking helmet, to be honest, with the eye rings. Increases critical hit chance by 3. You know what? For a boss fight, we could drop a point of armor for 3 critical hit chance, right? Only if I can put my other armor back on afterwards. Current critical hit chance is 9. That'd take it up to 12. That's somewhat respectable. Right, let's... I mean, this looks like we'll be swimming soon enough. And we're not here to fight a sea monster. We're here to recover an object from the wreckage where the sea monster likes to live. But I'm thinking, once we pick up that item, the sea monster will want to come play with us. And it won't be a pretty kind of playing. And that's not a kind of rope I can pick up. Oh, hello. Oh, well, we know what that is. We can absolutely trash. He says being massively overconfident. Absolutely trash, something like that. Hey, you. Yeah, kill yourself. Oh, we're gonna have to fucking dive for it. There we are. Oh, wait, what? That's even worse, right? If the current has carried the object to there, but the wreck is right here, so that's a good thing. In theory. I mean, it's not that good. Wait. Ooh. Taking damage increases lifesteal by 1.5 for 2 seconds. I mean, that's not great, right? Our 20% extra healing is pretty damn good. I'm looking for... minimum heavy damage. I might try... I mean, so many things here that are worth trying against a nasty, horrible monster like that. So we don't have a item that increases lifesteal for a bit. Okay, this all looks very, very dangerous. I spy a check. Oh, shit. Okay. Five strength. 30% of the parry damage is dealt to the attacker. Yeah, but that's parrying, and parrying is really difficult. Okay. Personal diary of Captain Lex. Did they throw the bloody thing overboard? 12th of Hawthorn Moon, 518. Waters are strange. Although we don't make long journeys, our recent sailings were unbearably prolonged, as if the sea currents did not favour us and our dear Andraste. I thought I knew these waters like the back of my hand, and yet even an old sea wolf can be surprised, or something's in the air. 13th of Hawthorn Moon, 518. As the wind howled and roared, dark clouds gathered over us. The storm has knocked us off course. We'll hit the rocks. If we are where I suspect we are, then we are lucky in all this misery. There should be a few caves not too far away. With the rest of the surviving crew, we should be able to drag the cargo there. Pity about the Andraste, though. So there might be caves. In which case, we get the hell out of the water. Oh, are we? We are. Well, bugger. Caves. Right. Oh, God. Well, how about we just focus on getting back to the land and not having to fight a big nasty sea monster at some point. So far, this quest has gone better than expected. Let's try and make our way to land. Preferably by the safest and, well, I can't really say shortest route possible. Shortest is that way, right? Yeah. With all the heavily armed men. So we don't want to go that way, we want to go this way. Which is going to be bad news for us. Okay. I mean, the bottom's not that far, and we've got the increased water. That look like something protruding up out of the water, something organic. It's not, mercifully. It's some kind of large boulder. Ooh. Ooh. Right. Nope. It's a wrecked boat. With a fishing rod. Alright, how are we doing for, oh, okay. So... Ah! We can just walk it back a bit here. Excellent, let's do that then. And since we put that trader out of commission, we'll have to go all the way back to the Horns if we want to lighten our load, or just dump stuff. We have mercifully avoided a nasty giant sea monster. It could still be... I mean, if we go to the caves, sea monster could have gone in there. Right. Oh, of course. Well, look, how close are we to the shore? I mean, we're practically on it. When we hit the beach, I'm putting my armor back on. Because this is relatively shallow, we can probably just walk right through it. But I'm not taking any chances at the moment. So many shipwrecks. Okay. We're only like 2 over. If we can drink a couple of potions in battle, we should be able to lighten our load. What do we got here? Relatively low value potions. We can afford that. Oh, there's a camp full of brigands there. I shouldn't. I'm already overburdened. I should focus on safety over profit at this point. He says, as he sees a mineable resource. Here we go. Let us continue on our way. That's a bloody bear, probably, isn't it? I've said on a number of previous occasions I don't fancy tangling with a weird bear. A normal bear is powerful enough. You know what though? If I do tackle this camp at night, the brigands will have lost some of their thinking ability. So if any of them's a spellcaster or something like that, they'll be more likely to just charge into combat and not throw bombs at me or cast spells. It's a theory. It's not the best theory, but it is one I could certainly try. And I've got a nice Diablo door here to me. Okay. Right. I see you. What I don't see is your friend. Now I see your friend. Oh! So this camp is shrouded. I think I know why. Because there is a prisoner here. I don't mean Patrick McGowan. I'm not a number! I'm a free man! With the lockjaw. Yeah. Person here in cage. that I should probably speak to at some point when the Weird Night is not in effect. If I'm just going to be picking up more stuff on the way back to the Horns anyway, ooh, it's very tempting to just go on a rampage. Also, bonfire? Ooh, can't place it here. I could go outside the camp and drop one in the weird area. Oh look, there we go. I do owe some points to practicality, so there we go. Right. Yep, we're still a couple of points behind. Over here we got 2. Yeah, we should probably invest in strength for a bit. 5% chance to stun is good. Stun isn't stagger, but that's the one we want. Okay. We want invigorating darts. Because it doesn't require kills or critical hits to trigger. Excellent. I don't think we have enough items to warrant identification just yet. Now we probably have, actually. 3, 4, yeah, maybe. $28, $15. Oh yeah, get rid of them. Let's see this individual. Vidar.
Help!
Isn't he one of the Norse gods? Okay, his full line wasn't voiced there. Okay, well, we'll give him the key to the cage.
Much better. I suggest we leave quickly. You may have attracted some attention with your actions.
Who are you?
Vidar, a Pict. I'd add at your service, but we both know that's not how this works. Not here, not now, not yet.
Why did they imprison you?
I know the weirdness. And in these times, such knowledge is worth more than gold. That's why they captured me. And it's probably why I'm still alive. I overheard them say they're going to hand me over to some crow.
Do you know who this crow is?
Crow isn't a name, but a title. Crows belong to the children of Morrigan.
Oh no.
I assume the one holding me was a hatchling. He would have been promoted to a fledgling if the handover succeeded. That's all I know. Can I go now?
Morrigan, the Celtic goddess of war and strife and... yeah. Bad stuff. Not the character from Dragon Age series. Who utilized the name. Who is Morrigan?
You've never seen a desecrated shrine of the All-Mother. Incredible. I thought the terror of the children had spread far by now. Morrigan is their goddess, where the All-Mother stands for love, care, and peace. Morrigan is her opposite, patron of war, death, and destruction. If the All-Mother is the light, Morrigan is a shadow.
A bit reductive and dualistic, but okay. Tell me more about the children of Morrigan.
You have no mercy. I tell you what I know. Let's not linger too long. Someone might notice your Your work.
And what is my work?
Every bandit on Avalon wants to join the Children of Morrigan. They control everything that happens in the shadows. Smuggling, politics, assassinations. They claim they're building a new world from the ashes of the old, under Morrigan's banner instead of the Allmother's. That's probably why they're rounding up the picks.
Where were they going to take you?
I overheard them mention the ruins of Roscary. It's a tiny village, long abandoned. I suspect its people fled to the horns of the south. But if you're thinking of ambushing the Crow, I beg you, don't. These are dangerous people, and I doubt a Crow would come alone. However, if we pretend you're the bandit supposed to deliver me,
I'd need to be heavily prepared. What do you mean?
they didn't keep me in prison for nothing. I can defend myself. I just need my hands freed. I propose we meet near Roscary and deal with the Crow together. Thanks to you, I'm no longer their prisoner. But I fear for my brothers and sisters. If they don't get me, they'll just find 3 others like me, and the horror will continue. I cannot allow that.
Good idea. I'll meet you at Roscary when I find my way there.
Excellent. We must remain vigilant. The Children of Morrigan are formidable foes. Thanks to our union, Avalon will be a safer place.
Why do I suspect this is a quest that I promised to meet Vidar at Roscary? Is that an Act 2 quest? It feels like an Act 2 quest. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, we should get out of here and make our way back to the Horns. And if doing so involves going through all these brigands at this nearby camp, that's not an entirely bad idea. Do I have the healing resources to do this? Iffy. Time? Probably not. It may be wise for me to end the episode here and make my way back in future, but I want to go fight some bad guys. Oh wait, can I just cut across the top here and bypass him completely? We don't want to deal with Senam the Giant, so I would need to come through here, deal with a lot of ruffians, and then cut down this way. I'm probably better off just taking this road instead. It'll be quicker. Certainly safer. And not necessarily the most entertaining viewing, but hey, let's see what I can find on the way back. You know, if I bump into some low-level monsters, I could practice my magical skills again. Particularly wolves, because they don't hit that hard against us now, he says. Senam the Giant is just over that way, in a sort of little gully. He's about 8-9 feet tall, maybe more, but has a pretty basic, you know, human body model. Nothing too fancy. I don't think he even has hair. Yeah, looks like an ugly skinhead, basically. I see what looks like a bear. Wolves are more sleek and slinky. Well, we might have to tackle a bear on our way back then. There is that deer shrine I spoke of previously. And I think I'm not going to be going back through the tunnels underneath the... Hello? You know what, let's utilise a potion because it helps reduce our carry weight. That's too much, that's way too much. There we go. So this is the second Stagfather Shrine. I'm going to presume the other one acts the same way as this one. Possible bear off to the left, 2 wolves ahead. And we do have... Oh yeah. You too, mate. Don't worry. You have not been forgotten. This is a 15 health heal. This wolf... Okay, looks like it's over here. There we go. I can... Don't want to risk going too close actually to the broken bridge just there. This on the other hand... Yeah, we can climb up this side, can't we? Oh, there's the bad man there. Then the other wicked one with his horse. With the Polish name that we can steal. I'm not going to do that, by the way. It still feels like that name is lacking localization. It doesn't fit the setting very much, and it's the accents over some of the letters make it feel very foreign. I see you lot. Right. Didn't quite see where the third one ended up when I clobbered him, but that's okay. Ooh. Bit of lag there. But we can live with it. So, I am looking forward to release. I did say that I was hoping to kind of slow down and ease off this game, but I've kind of still focused on it quite a bit recently because it's just quite an enjoyable experience. I enjoy the steady sense of progression from leveling being gradual and the fact that it's not too quick. You know, levels aren't foisted on me every 2 or 3 minutes. So it does feel like I'm earning my progress. Also, the progress being gradual, while it is, you know, could be considered on the slow side, gives me the impression that there's more for me to go. You know, if I've got 2% of something, there's another 98% I can still achieve, right? If I get 70% of something in one level, why did I even bother, you know? That being said, some of the small increments, hello you, right, okay. Right, okay. Didn't mean to pull a bow, but I'll take it. Where? Where's the second one? Because seriously, I think it showed up on the map. Let's take some more burdock, although that's more for magic potions, isn't it? Okay, these are good for healing potions though, so let's mop up a load of these. And then let's get back on track and not be too distracted. Right, are we going to have a very hard time clambering up that slope? I should get to kill an armoured brigand knight at the top, that'll be great. And I'm not having to use the special power very much yet. Hopefully the special power will become more powerful as I gain more soul fragments. This really, due to the shadows, looks like something I can mine, and it is. You know what? Drink that 15-point heal. Gets rid of it. And we can focus on creating better potions in the future. We might even get to the horns before night if we don't tarry too much. Although there is a dalliance here I would like to tussle with. Yeah, you. That's right.
You're not.
Yeah. I think I may have parried a few times successfully there. In which case, good for me. It does seem that the intended experience is for many parries and fewer blocks. The blocks being more accidental. Look, mate. You keep shooting me. And I'll keep trying not to get killed by wolves. By which I don't mean the Wolverhampton Wanderers. Or the Wickham Wanderers for that matter. Yeah, there's no way I was going to parry both of those. That is the second and third attack in a row. Way too risky. Problem is, I could be coming back at night to fight these people for better treasure. So if they can be avoided, they shall. I would say I'd like to see a little more optimization before launch. Not much. I occasionally get a few stutters. Normally only in the outdoors areas. In the dungeons, everything runs pretty smoothly. Graphically, I can imagine there being a few more optimizations. And look, I received this for free because I backed the original Kickstarter. I seem to recall looking at the system requirements and thinking like, wow, I'll be impressed if my computer can run this. And it does a reasonably good job. I'm not expecting the system requirements to change, but the optimization might change and it might make things run a little more smoothly. You know, I took down the Ogre. I didn't mention Groger the Golden Ogre once. And I only know 2/4 or 2 or 3... No. I know something like 3/5 of that story. I know parts 2, 4 and 5. I don't know parts 1 and 3. I can guess part 1 and 3 from what I know of the other parts. But trying to get hold of a copy of the 5 issues of a magazine in which the story appeared would be tricky. It was a magazine called Storyteller, and every issue was accompanied by a cassette tape containing all of the stories from the magazine, with sound effects and voice actors, not just readings. And there were a number of stories in each magazine, like 7 or 8 of them maybe, and they were all serialized, so that you'd get like 2, maybe 3 or 4 pages of a story. Yeah. So trying to get hold of that would be tricky. You know, even the family who originally introduced me to it, they only had... I mean, they had other issues that didn't contain that story, but they only had 3/5 of that story. In that story, all of the ogres were red, right? They had red skin, red hair. Apart from, well, so was Groger, but he became the Golden Ogre after defeating a monster in Part 3. And then was the hero who saved the village in Parts 4 and 5. Alright, let's unburden ourselves. And by which I don't mean sharing our emotional problems with her. I mean, letting go of a number of these assorted pieces of crud. And with that, our load is lightening significantly already. We can also offload this. Oh, we can't sell that. Okay. You know what? We can just sell that straight up without worrying too much about increasing our sell prices. There we go. Wait. Do we have any duplicate spells to worry about? We're not using Burning Ember anymore. We're using a chilly frost spell. Okay, we're good. We have slain brigands, so we should claim our reward for that. And then... we might have some potion time. That'd be nice. Depends on how long the walk to the smith is.
Please, state your business.
I was off target there. I am so glad that I didn't
A fight to the death. It must
accidentally
be so
pull up my
exciting.
two-handed axe. I took care of the ogre in the old broch. Here's the proof.
I can't believe you actually did it. A blade buried in that giant body. I can only imagine what a sight that was. Here, take your reward. And please accept Camelot's official gratitude. You've truly done a great service for the capital.
I think you'll find this mace doesn't have very many bladed edges.
Do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies? I would.
And that puts us a lot closer to our next level, which is grand. Let us also equip some... but that'll do. And if we're mostly making the same quality, we should get larger stacks. We probably can't run just yet, so let's not even bother. Let's just make our way up the steps, trudging our way towards the smith to dump our crap on his table. What does he do with this stuff? I mean, maybe he's recycling it. Okay. Right. Might want to keep those handy. This, unfortunately, doesn't look that impressive. I should try it on at least once, though, because it looks very fancy. now that we're practically flying along, I'm not even running. That's running. Which also goes to show that our running speed is still not much of an improvement over our walking speed. We might need to practice our acrobatic skills some more. I am grateful to have avoided the big nasty sea monster, but there may be other sea monsters in that cave. Right. Give me things and stuff, which I shall utilize in the production of supplies. And I may want to make some non-healing supplies in the very near future. Oh. Oh. Daffodils. Monster blood. Roses? Okay. Yeah, look, I'll have to go get some other supplies. But I also think this is a reasonably good time to end the episode. I've done a decent amount. I've even killed an ogre. I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. I'll say goodbye for now, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.